Everybody, so this is going to be a really short review on combining terms to simplify algebraic expressions. So basically what you need to know is that in an algebraic expression you are going to have multiple terms. So for example, let's say 3x plus 5 minus x plus 3. Now all of these items are terms. So, for example, the 3x is a term, the 5 is a term, the positive 5 that is, the minus x is a term, and the plus 3 is a term. So you can think of these like individual pieces of the algebraic expression. Now, from these parts, we have two that you really need to concern yourself with. One are these things called constants. Constants, they are the numbers. So constants, they're a term without a variable. That's the definition of a constant. But basically, think of it like the numbers. The reason why we call them constants is because a 3 is constantly or always a 3. A 5 is always a 5. A negative 2 is always a negative 2. It does not change. Variables change. So, for example, in this algebraic expression, x might equal 2. In the next problem, it might equal 3. In the next one, it could equal negative 27. It's a variable. It always changes. But a constant always is the same. A 5 is always a 5 in any mathematical expression. So the next thing that we have here are like terms. So like terms are your terms that have your variables, so the 3x and the minus x. And like terms contain two things that are very important. One, they have a variable, and in fact it's the same variable. And two, they have the same power or same exponent. So you can see here these are the same power, there's no exponent, so it's an implied 1. An example that does not have like terms would be, suppose I had 3x squared plus 5 minus x plus 3. Well, here I have constants. Here, even though they're the same variable, x, look at the powers. This is squared, this is not. So these are not like terms. Now, what we are going to do here with these problems is we are going to try to simplify algebraic expressions. So we're going to combine all our terms as much as we can, like terms and constants and so forth. So let's take this same problem that we have here, 3x plus 5 minus x plus 3. First, let's take a look at the like terms. We have plus 3x's here, we have a minus x here. So imagine that you have, imagine instead of x's, these were, maybe pieces of candy. You have 3 pieces of candy in your hand, you take one away. 3 x's minus an x. How many pieces of candy or how many x's do you have? You have 2 of them. Right here, for our constants, we have a positive 5 and we have plus 3. 5 plus 3 equals 8. So we have plus 8. And there we go, all finished up. Let's take a look at another one. 12x's plus 4 minus 3x's minus 6. So here I have 12x's minus 3x's, and 12 candies minus 3 candies would be 9 candies, so 12x's minus 3x's is 9x's. And for the constants, I have positive 4 minus 6, and 4 minus 6 is going to be negative 2. So there we go. Let's take a look at this one. You might find this interesting. Let's say we have 4 plus 5y minus 6y plus y. Well, if we take this step by step, first look at our like terms. These are our like terms right here, all our y items. So first of all, we have 5y's minus 6y's. Well, 5 minus 6 is negative 1, so 5y's minus 6y's is going to equal negative 1y. So we took care of these two. we still have this one right here. So now I'm going to add that y there. And how many y's do I have here? When there's no number, you know it's 1. You can write that if you want to. You don't have to. Well, negative 1 plus 1 would equal 0. So negative 1y plus 1y is going to equal 0y, which is 0. 0y is equal 0. So now that I know that all of this equals 0, I have 4 plus 0, which equals 4. Let's take a look at another one. Let's say I have n plus 4n minus 7n minus 1. These are my like terms right here. How many n's is this? When there's nothing there, you know it's 1. So, first things first, I have 1n plus 4n. Well, 1n and 4n, 1 plus 4 is 5, so this is going to be 5n's. So now I have 5n minus 7n minus 1. Well, like terms are there. 5n's minus 7n's. 5 minus 7 is negative 2. So 5 minus 7n is negative 2n. And I still have my constant, negative 1. Done. And this is how we simplify algebraic expressions.